Oh, oh, oh my goodness. Hello and welcome to tonight's fantastic dinosaur action. And this is lovely stuff. Stampede Dinos continues to be absolutely powerful. Ghalta, Primal Hunger, spamming and dumping Carnage Tyrant, Tyrranax Rex, all that good stuff. That is pretty good against a lot of stuff. In Explorer, and maybe other formats, but I do like to stick to Explorer. That is the right mixture of decks. But I am mixing in something different tonight. The Soulless Jailer. Getting some potential against decks that cast non-creature spells from exile, permanents. Gotta move my mouse around 1 second. Permanents coming back from the graveyard. I think it has lovely potential, and it is a creature, so that makes a lot of sense. I like creatures, pretty decent body, buy me some time and get me some wins against decks where, yeah, I wouldn't otherwise have that potential. So it feels quite good. But again, in general, everything feels pretty good. Sometimes I don't even sideboard sideboard, yeah, at all. Some of you guys noticed that, which that was good. I've been noticing that too. It's just lovely potential. What isn't Tyrranax Rex good against? You can't target it, can't counter it. Has haste, good. That's always usually a good thing to be doing. Carnage Tyrant as well. And then everybody haste with Palani's and Regisaur. It's just a general fantastic plan that might be hard for a lot of decks to deal with, but getting to the Soulless Jailer seems pretty good. It shuts down some specific stuff. Unfortunately, misses a few things that I wish it would also hate against, but then maybe it would be a little bit too good. 2 for an 0/4. Permanent cards in graveyards can't enter the battlefield. It could be a little bit rough. We're going to have to play around with that. It's not an opponent's graveyard, so Blossoming Tortoise can't bring a land from the graveyard onto the battlefield. But this helps against Greasefang, and oftentimes, when I play the Blossoming Tortoise, it goes down. We'll have to see. I might hold off on the Soulless Jailer until I play Blossoming Tortoise to get some things. Time will tell, but Greasefang, it stops the vehicles from coming out. That's pretty fantastic. Kroxa, any permanent card, pretty straightforward. Artifact, enchantment, you name it. All these kind of wacky things that might take something specific. Usually it takes one hate piece, and this certainly will hate against that. It's not just creatures in graveyards can't enter the battlefield, artifacts or enchantments can't enter the battlefield. It's all permanents, and I think that is absolutely lovely potential right there. But there it is. We're not done yet. Players can't cast non-creature spells from graveyards or exile. So what does that mean? It could possibly help a little bit against Quintorius combo. Quintorius is a non-creature spell, so wow, that would be pretty nice if they weren't able to discover it and play it. Trumpeting Carnosaur would get Quintorius, and maybe they have a few other non-creature spells mixed in there. But for the most part, it is creatures, so it could be a little bit rough. If it was plus or exile, that would be absolutely busted and nuts. I imagine most people would be using that quite a bit, but I think it could hurt a little bit against that deck. Other decks, Sultai, Ultimatum, no. Some of the ultimatums, when you want to play stuff for free, you temporarily exile spells. Well, that doesn't matter because you're not playing it. You can't do that. So a few things that have caught me out in the past, and being a body, I think it's a pretty decent pairing. Help out quite a bit. A Trumpeting Carnosaur. Brought it in again just to help against Amalia a little bit. Take her out, instant speed. Quintorius, of course, once it's discovered, if it was the first thing, take it out. I have tried this before in the past, specifically for those matchups, but just if I want instant speed potential interaction for a creature or planeswalker, might as well Commune with Dinosaurs again. If I need to grab this desperately, I can dig and increase my chances of seeing it. So there we go. Blast Zone still using Blast Zone with the Blossoming Tortoise. Blast Zone, we can sacrifice it, destroy all those non-land permanents with the number of charge counters on this. So non-land permanents for 2, if there's 2 charge counters, but it's going to the graveyard. Blossoming Tortoise getting it back, synergizing with both its abilities to put more charge counters on or pay less to tap and sacrifice it to take stuff out at instant speed that you can't counter. Likely you can't counter it. Very, very lovely. And because it's a land, Commune could grab Blast Zone if we're absolutely desperate. This specifically could help quite a bit, maybe against Boros Heroic. And there is some scenarios where we could pop Blast Zone on turn 2, which is pretty crazy. My, oh my. Turn 1 it would be Forest plus Arboreal Grazer, and then the land we put out extra for the turn would be Sunken Citadel. So Blast Zone being our land for the turn on turn 2. After we put 2 out on turn 1 with the Grazer, we can make the 3 with the 2 from Sunken, the 1 from the Forest, popping it. Turn 2. Oh, that is absolutely fantastic. Not that we would need to. Oftentimes I would wait a little bit, and I might want, well, they're both artifacts. There we go, Blast Zone. I would want to wait a little bit, maybe get some benefit from Blast Zone if it was an extra land a little bit closer to powering out Castle Garenbrig, or just making that extra mana needed for Ghalta. Sometimes I feel a little bit bad, but if I do bring it in, I will keep all the lands I have. I won't consider it as a land. I'll pretend it's just removal, sweeper, that sort of thing, taking out a lot of painful stuff. It, of course, could be a red-based sweeper, but I think I want to continue to explore the potential of Blast Zone and Hornet Queen as well. Yeah, it does the trick. We land it, it stops aggression from opponents, because now we have a lot of flying and death touch creatures, and that's good in a lot of scenarios. Thumbs up right there. But I say we just jump right into it. It is a little bit late tonight, but it will be great. Absolutely. I've been crushing Azorius control a lot, continually. Got into a little bit of a chat on Reddit there this evening, mentioning how this deck could beat Azorius control. The person playing or saying, oh, Azorius is the #1 deck, which, you know, that's probably the case, but this can beat it often, quite often. That is wow. Oh my goodness. I'm paying 2 life. I'm getting Arboreal Grazer down. That is pretty straightforward. We got, yeah. I don't even think I have to go over that too much, but Spirits. Okay, Spirits is going to be quite painful. I need a Cavern of Souls desperately. This could be rough, but hey, Arboreal Grazer does have reach, so at the very least I have a creature that can buy me time. Chump that Mausoleum Wanderer. Hopefully they don't play 2 spirits, both for 1. Okay, that's yeah, there you go. There. Oh, look at that. Did I get a turn 3 Carnage Tyrant? Yes, I did. Watch out. Oh, shucks. Yeah, mousing over the lands as well. Again, you can see them. No dice, no wins. Oh! We're only a few minutes into the stream, my goodness. But what is uncounterable removal? Trumpeting Carnosaur. Oh, going on? Huh. Did I do something? Check my profile. Oh, I guess, yeah, guess they packed it in when they saw me get turn 3 Carnage Tyrant. With Arboreal Grazer that had reached, they... Oh. I don't expect I'll continue to get quite so fortunate, but that's not the first time that's happened. Pretty easy, early and consistent. Oh, Sumu. I've faced Sumu before. They were number 20 or number 23. Hopefully I can pull off the win here, and that definitely could potentially get the win. Starting off with castles, Sylvan Scrying to grab Sunken Citadel, Cavern of Souls at the very least to, well, yeah. Oh yeah, it is Boros Convoke. They were playing that before, which is going to be very painful stuff indeed. But it's got to be absolutely Sunken Citadel. We have to grab it for next turn. We have to set up for at least Carnage Tyrant on turn 4. That's our best bet. But it could get out of control. The darn Boros Convoke. It's not the craziest turn for this particular deck, so I think we might be okay. Might as well grab Commune. We can make 6 next turn, 7 the turn after that. Regisaur Alpha. Palani's Hatcher. We'll go with Palani's Hatcher just because that is more bodies in one creature, and that might become applicable, especially if some of their stuff gets really, really big. But Blastone does seem like it could be quite fantastic. It is a little bit rough. Warden of the Inner Sky is lovely for this deck. They tapped Venerated Loxodon plus those 2 blood tokens just to make enough for its ability. And now it's flying and vigilance and a 4/5. That's not going to be a pretty sight. Hopefully I can get Tyrranax Rex down next turn. I draw a land that enters untapped and I would be able to do that. It might be a little bit, well, too late, sadly. Not a pretty sight. Yeah, Blast Zone taking out Warden of the Inner Sky, Voldaren Epicures, Novice Inspector. Pretty decent, I hope. Decent enough, give us a fighting chance. Ooh. That is going to do it. We don't have Ghalta Stampede Terran next turn right now, so it's unfortunate. I could potentially have got them if I was able to make 7, if I had a land that entered untapped, and I could make a source of red. Play Palani's for 5, Ghalta for 2, swing with 15, maybe. Well, that's alright. Now, yeah, definitely Blast Zone. That's going to do the trick. 3 Tyrranax Rexes. Could potentially be Hornet Queen as well, come to think of it. You know what, we'll trim all the Ghaltas. Time for Hornet Queen. 1 Ghalta, 1 of each Ghalta. I still love the potential. We got the blast and we got lots of fantastic aggression. Just watch me potentially get to Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, and well, I don't have it because I trimmed most of the copies, but this looks perfect. Perfect for what I'm looking to achieve. Getting that Grazer down, possibly putting a charge counter on Blast Zone next turn. We'll see. I do like a good commune with dinosaurs. I have my lands that I need. I don't have to put the thing on top to the bottom. Ooh, pop Blast Zone at any time. We're going to be digging for sure. Do I want another Carnage Tyrant? Possibly, but I do kind of like Blast Zone though, I must admit. They see it, I'll play it, get it out of the way. Yeah. We'll bring them a little bit of pain at least. I'm not mythic at the moment, unfortunately, but well, we're trying our best here. but I have faced off against Sumu before. They were using Boros Convoke, and it is a little bit rough. Absolutely. At the very least, I get to take out the Novice Inspector and the Thraben Inspector. It is a little bit late-ish, and we will lose our Arboreal Grazer. Unfortunately, that is also a mana value of 1. Painful. Nurturing Bristleback, we don't exactly need. Alright, we'll just hold it back, we'll wait, we'll pop the Blast Zone. When they attack with all their stuff, Grazer is going to block the Venerated Loxodon, and that's going to be okay. Alright, here goes nothing. We take 6. Of course, they are feeling pretty good. They got still a ton of bodies on the battlefield. Rough stuff. Ooh, I do like that. Do I want another Blast Zone? Blast Zone enters with a charge counter. We're forced to have it with 1. It would be nice if we had the option and we could pop it with no charge counters to take out tokens. That would be absolutely lovely. But I'm going to get rid of Nurturing Bristleback. I'm going to grab my second commercial district, play it for the turn, see what's on top, if it is anything a little bit more beneficial, potentially. I think I want to grab that. Next turn, Carnage Tyrant, maybe just maybe that buys me a little bit of time. No, we're about to find out. I would imagine they have some sort of removal. 2, 4. No, that's not enough. Too aggressive, unfortunately. With 2 lands as well, man. We'll get them next time. Hopefully get them next time. Maybe I decimated the spirits a little bit too much. The algorithm had to send me something also aggressive. Spirits can be pretty aggressive, but not quite like that. Ooh. Darn. Yeah, it's just usually just going to be a painful matchup. There are a few things I can do, but I think other stuff is more common than Boros Convoke. Nothing I haven't faced before. Try to race them. Maybe they stumble a bit, but there's not a whole lot you can do, especially when they pop off and pretty much do their thing on turn 2. Or they just make a lot of stuff happen with 2 lands. Well, I'm not going to make a lot of stuff happen with no lands, that's for sure. I'm going to make a lot of stuff happen with that. I think I'll send 1 Blossoming to the bottom. I was thinking of keeping both, sending Carnage Tyrant to the bottom, but if it is something scary, if it was something that had Thoughtseize, I figured maybe they would get rid of Carnage Tyrant. 1 Blossoming would still stay, but I also wanted to keep the potential of Carnage Tyrant, just have it in hand if I am facing off against some sort of control deck. It could be Izzet Phoenix, potentially, but I think it's regular Azorius control, maybe. Hopefully they don't have a counterspell for Sylvan Scrying. That's it's kind of funny, actually. All I have is Sunken Citadels. That's pretty good. If by chance. Okay, so it is Izzet Phoenix. So they probably don't have a counterspell for Sylvan Scrying. It could be Spell Pierce wanting me to pay an extra 2. That would be rough. Hopefully they spend some of their mana. Oh boy. Do it. Oh yeah, watch out. Yeah, that's good. Now they're mostly dead. They haven't dealt any damage to me yet. That's fantastic. We grab Castle Garenbrig next turn. Oh my. I like it. I like it a lot. Playing Pokemon. Okay. Good stuff. That is going to be interesting. I didn't look into Pokemon's standard rotation too much. It was a little bit hard to understand, but Oh yeah, absolutely. And I imagine expanded and unlimited is a pretty high power. I want to use and continue to use my mono green beetle guy deck, Heracross. Yeah, man. I want to use it all the time. It's so good. So good. Mono green beetle guy. Love it. I'm going to take it into unlimited and I'm going to crush some opponents. How many birds do they have though? They only have one Arclight Phoenix. We'll take five this turn. That's okay. Well, hey, if you have fun, maybe not a lot of people like it, but yeah, if you have fun, that's good. You didn't get the game log, huh? Well, that doesn't sound good at all. That's no fun. What can you do? But play Carnage Tyrant with 3 lands. That's what you can do. Hey, that's alright. Maybe I should go into extended. Play my dinosaur deck with Tyrant and Tyrantrum. Oh, I love Tyrantrum. He's so good. If I do get Ghalta Stampede Tyrant next turn, they will likely die. Do they have a fast enough clock? Maybe. Hopefully, I would see a Commune with Dinosaurs. I could play that, still have enough to play Tyrranax Rex after I go Cavern of Souls. But I also just get to go Regisaur Alpha. I can hit him for 10. We'll see. It's going to be a little bit of a race, especially if they get another Phoenix out. Oh boy. Oh, ooh, they got one in the graveyard with the Surveil from Consider. Okay, so we're taking 9. Oh, okay, it's a 6. I thought they had cast 3 things. Never mind. Maybe we won't be okay. That does tend to do the trick. Yeah, nothing with reach. Unfortunately, that's how she goes. That's why I use all 4 copies, because you want to see it as often as possible, because if we had seen it, things may have gone quite a bit different. However, do I like Trumpeting Carnosaur, taking out the Ledger Shredder, not having to worry about one flying thing? Maybe, but also Hornet Queen. We don't have to worry about any of their flying things. That is fantastic. Zopandrel, don't exactly need Zopandrel. Certainly need Hornet Queen quite a bit more. Ghalta, Primal Hunger, nah, we'll get rid of that. Arboreal Grazer having the reach as well. Pairing that with the Hornet Queen, yeah, should be pretty good. But I don't like Blossoming Tortoise. 2 copies of Blossoming Tortoise. It is very nice, but I mean, pretty easily I was able to make all the mana I needed. So I didn't even need the tortoise, and oftentimes it will get killed, especially if it is the first creature I play. 3 toughness, fiery impulse, lightning axe. Good luck. That's not happening. However, this is happening. Arboreal Grazer to start with the Castle Garenbrig. We'll have 3 lands. Next turn, either I draw it or I dig for it with Commune, or Nurturing Bristleback grabs Commercial District. That's pretty fantastic, but seeing those 2, plus Commune, plus Nurturing, I will get to 4 land. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Okay. That's absolutely the most perfect thing I could hope for. I'm going to use Commune to grab a land. Which land is the question. Kind of tempted to go with Cavern of Souls. Yeah, Cavern of Souls. Set up for the Hornet Queen eventually. I want to stick that if they possibly have a counter spell. I stick the Hornet Queen and they're done for. Oh, what are you going to do? You're going to spend 5 pieces of removal? I don't think so. Not at all. But it's nice just simply drawing a Commercial District. I was going to go and use Nurturing Bristleback anyways, but now we're perfectly fine. We're able to get that Hornet Queen down next turn. Oh, shucks. Yeah, they only have 3 sources of blue. That is not going to cut it. Oh. What the? Insect. Okay. I'm just going to play Tyrranax Rex. We got the Hornet Queen at some point. We're good. Oh darn, you got a Picklock Prankster, and you still don't have a Graveyard Chicken in there. Okay. Watch out. Oh, that's a clock. What you gonna do? All right. Get him good. I didn't even have to play the Hornet Queen. It just sort of works out like that sometimes. But I still want to keep the Hornet Queen, absolutely. Certainly I could have drawn a lot of things other than the Tyrranax Rex, but it just seems so straightforward. Can't counter, can't target. Get that fantastic clock going as fast as possible and make them feel as much pain as fast as possible. Especially because they didn't have any creatures out yet by that point. Made a lot of sense, but this hand possibly could work. Castle Garenbrig is lovely. 2 Sylvan Scryings, possibly grabbing 2 Sunken Citadels. Now, will this be a little bit slow? Oh, that's a very real possibility. The young Pyromancer bringing that in because maybe they thought it was going to bring in Graveyard Hate, which I'm not, because now I don't usually ever bring it in. It is going to be a little bit painful. Swarming the battlefield. Oh, that is nasty stuff. Huh. Well, it's got to be Sylvan Scrying to grab Sunken. Hopefully it's not too little too late. We're about to find out. 6, 7, 9 this turn. We don't have too many turns left. Perhaps, somehow, some way, I might be able to buy myself a bit of time. Probably not, though. 2 early Phoenixes like that, plus the Pyromancer. That is quite a bit of damage. Ugh. Okay, yeah, that's 3, 5. Maybe we're okay with the Arboreal Grazer. Gotta think for a second. Yeah, Sylvan Scrying to grab another Sunken. Play that. Arboreal Grazer, but play that with the Sunken that's already out. I'll choose red. Then we put Commercial District in. It's a creature with reach that could block Arc-like Phoenix. Maybe we can pull this off. We'll see. I would imagine they have removal for Grazer, so we're just done for. Unfortunately, we gotta be. 6, 10, 12. If they don't have removal for Grazer, if my math is right, I should be left at 1. 1, 2, maybe not. Oh boy. That doesn't seem too bad. Okay, exactly. Darn. I wish I could see if it was Ghalta coming up, man. And not too many flashy wins tonight. A couple of them. That's how it goes sometimes. We can't win them all, that's for sure. but you can always have a good time. Where's Azorius? That would be a little bit rough. Losing back-to-back to my two favorite decks. Bigfoot. Maybe this is finally going to be another dinosaur mirror match. Maybe. It certainly is tempting seeing two Sunken Citadels, but no Commune or Sylvan. You know what? I'm going to keep that. I got a good feeling about this. Certainly seems a little bit scary, but we're going first. Okay, a little bit rough. All right, Commune, Sylvan, Nurturing Bristleback. Oh, is it mono black? Waste not. Okay, it's mono black. Oh, and another Sunken. Well, at the very least, there's only one thing they can destroy, so it's all right. If Field of Ruin takes... Okay. Yeah, all I have is creatures. I love it when they do that. Arboreal Grazer certainly isn't doing a whole lot for us, but at the very least, the opponent also is stumbling a bit. We got to be seeing one Commune, one Sylvan Scrying, one Nurturing Bristleback at some point here. We just got to stay positive. We'll get there. Statistically speaking, although maybe this is the time when all that stuff is at the very bottom. There isn't a 0% chance of that, but I mean it's not looking super great at the moment. We got to get a land at some point. A land or a thing that gets us land. Blossoming Tortoise, I got to keep that. Absolutely. We don't exactly need Zopandrel. If and when we get to Ghalta, I want to keep both Palani's Hatcher, Tyrranax Rex, all that good stuff. Okay. Carnage and T-Rex, I want to maintain the Palani's like I said. If they have removal, but they can only remove one thing, I want to have redundancies, two things that are giving everybody hate. Oh, this is wacky. We're not dead yet. We're not dead yet. Just gotta stick with it. Right, so you're getting me a forest. That's perfectly fine. Castle Garenbrig only needs 2 Sunken Citadels anyway, so this might actually be pretty fantastic. It would help a Castle Garenbrig next turn if I draw it, that is. I would imagine we randomized a whole lot of things. We haven't seen too many lands, so we shuffled a package of lands that was concentrated and likely mixed it up a little bit better, I would imagine. Something like that. Still, nothing. You never know. One land, any land, basically. Hopefully it's not a land that enters tapped, of course, but yeah. We still would get them. If we get Ghalta, 100%. But another Field of Ruin. I certainly have been seeing this actually quite a bit. Unfortunately. Not just against Mono Black Waste Not. Azorius Control. Painful. Liliana. It's not the worst thing in the world. We'll get rid of... Oh, okay. Get rid of that. Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. They have 1 turn left. As long as they don't have a Thoughtseize, they see the Ghalta, Land. Oh, we get another Sunken. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's got to be a Sunken. Next turn, even if they take out Blossoming, we can make 8. Okay. Oh boy. I'm going to get rid of Palani's Hatcher just in case they have a Thoughtseize. We'll find out. Certainly you don't want 2 copies usually of this, but they might do some... Oh, that's good. That's good.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
See you later. Hopefully. We should have enough creatures to block Regisaur, Palani's Hatcher, a bunch of eggs. Oh, use your piece of removal. Okay, so I'll put another Ghalta out that I wasn't going to put out. Yeah, I know it's my go. It's my turn to kill ya, bud.
Grant me revenge. And if you do not listen, then the hell with you.
It all worked out. Just stay positive. You know what can happen statistically. You know what can happen if you haven't seen a lot of one thing in the top 10, the top 15. It's going to come up. And if you're doing something like this, something that can be absolutely devastating and powerful, it's easier to keep with it. But Mono Black Waste Knot is rough. Very rough. Soulless Jailer, does it do anything? Blast Zone? Maybe. It would be nice to take out possibly Waste Not, or the tokens, if I could take the charge counter off of Blast Zone. Zopandrel, don't think we need that. Ghalta, no. It's Blast Zone time. One Nurturing Bristleback. I guess that is something I could kind of switch around, trimming 1 or 2 copies of Bristleback. It does get me a land, but if I switch what Bristleback was into a land itself, that's kind of similar. And this is, well, there you go. It's a perfect hand as long as they don't get rid of Grazer, which that is, yep, okay, fine by me. We know the drill. I could have turned Commune with Dinosaurs into a land, and maybe I'll do that. Set up and see if we get a sinking them. Gonna play it safe. Grab another Regisaur. Hopefully getting Blossoming Tortoise down on turn 4. That's gonna be our best bet. Oh, okay. I'll take another Regisaur. Absolutely. Yes, please. Shieldred's pretty good. However, I like what I'm about to do, what I might be about to do. Whew, at least I got a land. Again, it is very painful if that doesn't happen. I'm certain Blossoming Tortoise is dead. I'd be surprised if that wasn't the case. It has to die, so they can buy themselves a little bit of time here. But another Blossoming, I can make 7. I will be able to make 8 next turn, so that can play into... Oh, okay. I'll just keep Palani's Hatcher and kill him next turn. What you gonna do? You're not dealing 12 to me. I have 2 creatures. Draw out a little bit of removal, increase the chance of... Well, more stuff is just gonna survive next turn. Maybe they fail to push the token. Doesn't matter. I don't care. You're dead. Oh darn. Man, I was gonna beat him, but now I'm not. Shucks. Hopefully it's not Thoughtseize. That would be rough. There you go. Thumbs up. Dead. Oh! Ooh. Man, that... Good stuff. Did I need Blast Zone? Not really. Interesting. I think I still want to keep in Up the Beanstalk, which has felt a little bit painful. 1 in a green. When it enters, we draw a card, and whenever we cast most of our deck, which is whenever you cast a spell with a mana value 5 or greater, you draw a card. That's lovely. When your deck is 20 or more. Over a third of your deck draws off of the beanstalk. It makes an absolutely perfect sense. But I forgot to check the average mana value. Usually I try to do that. Now, 4.8. It was 5.5. Maybe I'll be able to creep it up. I'll be able to get 6 or more average mana value. 18 lands. Nuts. That'd probably have to be a little bit crazy. I would probably have to trim our Arboreal Grazer, which I'm not doing, because that is amazing stuff right there. JSCE, huh? I kind of like it a bit. It would be perfect if I had 2 lands. Maybe Commercial District is the second one. Cavern, we name Beast for Grazer. It puts out Commercial District, which always enters tapped anyways. Could work, maybe. Nah. Yeah, if I had 2 lands, I'd keep it. I was thinking about trying that. I like the looks of that. Sunken and Forest, good stuff. Mix in a Commune, Sylvan Scrying. Get the Blossoming Tortoise down at some point. But not seeing a Commune or a Sylvan Scrying or a Nurturing Bristleback. It is a little bit scary. Could possibly mulligan a little bit more aggressively for it. Well, there you go. You never know what's going to happen. Okay. Play the Forest. We don't want to reveal that I have Cavern of Souls. They might think, oh, I'm going to be able to counter a thing when they play it. However, what is this? Izzet Torrential Gearhulk. Playing that thing, and then they play something from... Oh yeah, this is not going to be a pretty sight. They must have a counter spell. Question is, do I have to name Turtle? I pretty much have to name Turtle. Yeah. It has to stick. 100%. To give us at least some sort of a chance. God is Sunken. I like that. At least getting a land. Hopefully able to go Carnage next turn. At the very least I can go Regisaur. It might be countered because Cavern has now been named as Turtle. But if I get a Castle Garenbrig and they're kind of tapped out, we would kill them. Hopefully. It looks like something painful. Maybe just regular Izzet control. They gotta have that Torrential Gearhulk, which they can play now for 6 mana. So I definitely, I'm pretty much certain that's gonna happen. Flash it in, take out the Tortoise for some damage, and still don't see that Castle Garenbrig. That is too bad. Darn. They must not have the Gearhulk, which is good. Oh, maybe they just got it. Okay, well, we're not done yet. We know what could happen. We're getting closer and closer to that Castle Garenbrig. 2 Torrential Gearhulks. Oh, it's okay. Creative. That 20, 30. Yeah. It's been a while since I faced that. Okay. Soulless Jailer. Can't cast non-creature spells. Permanents in graveyards can't. Okay, so this doesn't shut down what they're doing. Indomitable Creativity, they destroyed. Reveal cards. They may put the exiled cards onto the battlefield. So that's very important. Putting it, they're not casting it. So it gets around not the Soulless Jailer, but if it made it so they can't cast spells from exile, Indomitable Creativity still wouldn't be stopped even at that point with the Soulless Jailer. Blast Zone, if we could pop it to take out those treasure tokens that they're making to be able to get that combo. I mean, Hornet Queen could trade with the Worldspine Wurm, but it doesn't really matter when it's a 30-30 trample. We just have to try and go as fast as possible. At least I know it's not Torrential Gearhulk. We'll see. I couldn't tell you the last time I faced off against this deck. I tried out a few things against it when it was a little bit more popular. That's a fantastic hand. That is about as good as you could hope for. Eventually, Sylvan will grab Sunken. We'll be able to make boatloads of mana. Blossoming as well. Get that down. And we should get into range of good stuff. 8 mana, I would imagine. Hopefully they don't Spell Pierce Sylvan Scrying. I don't think that... Oh, well, it can't happen. But hopefully I don't have to use Cavern as Turtle. I never liked that. Locking out Palani's Hatcher and Regisaur Alpha, making it so they potentially can be countered. Yeah. Not great. A bit of a race, which is pretty thrilling, I must admit. It's nice. Can I do my thing faster and bigger than them? Assemble the pieces. Ooh. Oh boy. That is interesting. I'm kind of tempted to go with Commune to search for another Sunken. No, it's got to be Blossoming Tortoise. I need to get that down. Yeah. Especially if they kill it. But I should be getting a land, I hope. That's going to make all the difference. Okay, I guess I don't. Darn. That is one of the major painful points for sure. Well, they're not doing their thing yet, so we do have a few turns at least. Big score possibly coming up at the end of their turn to absolutely decimate us. But maybe I grab Ghalta's Stampede Tyrant and maybe they haven't done their thing. Okay, they have to do it next turn. Of course, they kill us in one hit or we kill them. Deduce though, they only have one thing. Oh, they have two. That does tend to do the trick. They must have it. They gotta. Oh boy. Oh, they don't have it. My, oh my. Well, I'll try it. I'm pretty sure it's going to get countered. So you're going to... Oh, interesting. Huh. They must have a lot of pieces of removal or something like that. 2 pieces, taking out Palani's plus Regisaur. But I still would have enough to just body block the Worldspine Wurm and live. Okay, well, there you go. I guess we get to do that instead. Huh, I'll take it. Interesting, I can't see the stream analytics. I was just realizing that right now. Concurrent viewers, chat, views and stuff. My antivirus actually had to update, or it was supposed to update. It wants me to restart my computer, but that happened... well, in the middle of this, and I wasn't going to stop for that. I probably have to update a few things on it, and sometimes that makes things act a little bit wacky. That looks good to me. Sylvan, commercial, see what's on top, hopefully keep us Sunken or something, but at the very least, we got 3. Nurturing? Maybe. I think it has to be Nurturing. It could have been not a land underneath. We know Nurturing at the very least is going to be a land. Another commercial district, probably. Would they have a counter spell? I do want to go Sylvan Scrying. I'm going to try for it. I think it would just be a Magma Opus that they want to, or not a counter spell. But good. They haven't made a treasure yet, and we might have just enough time. not the craziest start for them. Phew. And they probably don't have too many counter spells, come to think of it. They focus mostly on their plan of getting World Spine plus Xenagos, making a 30-30. They will have enough tokens eventually to do their thing with that. But Nurturing Bristleback, we might need one more land. And Commercial District could see a land on top, setting up for putting a land into the graveyard. That's not the case. Increase the chances of seeing it now by putting Regisaur in instead. We may not have too many more turns coming up though. I would imagine next turn they're able to do the thing, unfortunately. Now, I'm just going to play it safe. Get the turtle down. Make it happen. Hopefully getting a sunken and maybe draw. I'm pretty sure they got it. Still not a Sunken Citadel. Darn. Okay, so they still don't have it. This is a very positive development. Next turn I can play Tyrranax Rex. Oh, okay, I can't. That's why you don't play early creatures. They die. Not that this deck is super common, but removal, damage for 2 or 3, it tends to do the trick. Now, would I like Arboreal Grazer to put another castle out? Right now I can make 6, 7 eventually with that. We'll just play Carnage Tyrant. We'll hope for the best, and maybe they don't draw you know what, Indomitable Creativity. Oh, that's okay. Okay, hey. That's just that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Darn. Hey, at least you know it's over. Pretty quick. Usually that game is pretty fast. You just race. Ooh. Thrilling. At least I took him down once. Fortunately. Now, one more match. Searching for that Azorius control. Eluding me, although I must say I am quite happy to have faced it twice today. One of them was on my lunch break. I didn't think I would be able to take it down. It was actually the second match I had done. I forget what the first one was. Yeah, that's still going good. Fantastic. Azorius, you can do it. Eventually. Maybe they're having a hard time finding an opponent I haven't faced tonight, just because the pool in Explorer is smaller. I faced an opponent again, a similar opponent that I've faced before. That darn Boros Convoke. Maybe that has to be on my agenda. More specifically, that deck. It is rough. Oh, not that. Absolutely not that. I mean, it got slightly better. Again, if it was 2 lands, Grazer, putting out the second one, we could do that. Okay, well, speaking of the second one. Okay, question is, well, we got to send 2. Tyrranax Rex, unfortunately, to the bottom. And I got to say Blossoming Tortoise. Okay, Cauldron Familiar. Rakdos Sacrifice, perhaps, but drawing that Cavern of Souls, absolutely wonderful. That is going to help big time. Next turn, grabbing the Sunken, hopefully off of Sylvan Scrying, and they don't Thoughtseize. Golgari. It must be that the Roots deck. Undying Roots, Unyielding Roots. Insidious roots, I think it is. Well, that could be painful. We'll save Commune with Dinosaurs, absolutely. We're going to be digging for somebody good. Yeah. I was thinking of playing the Forest just to turn Commune maybe into a land, but I have enough lands at this point, and Sunken always has to enter tap, so might as well just do that, and I don't know what's going on here. Well, Commune's going to find somebody that I can't play. Another Tyrranax Rex, though. That absolutely is what I want to be doing, because next turn I can start to play them. I probably lose one to something. You know what, the Thoughtseize, but they probably don't have two. Or they don't have any. Maybe. Hey, at the very least, Arboreal Grazer got me a little bit ahead, stopped me from taking 4 damage. Oh boy. Okay, now the question becomes, what are they going to do? They can't kill me next turn, and they have to hold back enough to completely block Tyrranax Rex. Or they have Shieldred's Edict, of course. That would not be good. Okay. If they don't have removal, they can't attack with anything. I like that. If I hit with both Tyrranax Rexes next turn, they get to more than 10 poison counters. Well, that's good. Maybe they're desperate. Oh, I don't care what life you have. Well, as long as this guy survives. Okay, or they have Extinction Event, some sort of sweeper. What is up their sleeve? I would have thought they'd attack. Sacrifice a creature to make us sacrifice a creature. Liliana of the Veil to take out Tyrranax Rex. Oh, they're digging. That's not it. So they have 2. They can still make me sacrifice it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, we won. We won. Good game. That is why you play all 4 Tyrranax Rexes. Oh, good game for me, because I'm about to beat ya. See you later, bud. Tyrranax Rex is good.
Ruthless aggression.
Yeah, it doesn't get more ruthless than that. I'm just happy you reminded me of using that clip. Sometimes I forget because I get so excited taking opponents down. They think they're safe, but they're not safe from John Cena or Rambo.
Don't push it. Don't push it. I'll give you a war you won't believe.
Yeah. But Golgari mid-range, blood-soaked champion, that does seem pretty cool. Returning it from their graveyard to the battlefield. If they've attacked this turn, Cauldron Familiar. Well, it does the trick. I don't think I have, well, the Blast Zone. It probably should be Blast Zone to take out Witch's Oven, Cauldron Familiar, that sort of thing. And the Blood-Soaked Champion, come to think of it. A lot of stuff does seem to be at 1, so that Blast Zone is going to be a blast. Yeah. No limit. Absolutely. Well, oftentimes you can't push dinos. You can't fatal push dinosaurs for 1 black because there might not be early stuff. Well, there is no early dinos. Palani's Hatcher and Regisaur Alpha can't be destroyed by fatal push because they have a mana value of 5. So, yeah. Watch out. I do have to cut a few things though, so let's get that out of the way. I need to lock this in. Blossoming Tortoise, 2 copies. Probably could trim some Ghalta, Stampede, Tyrant. Maybe, just maybe I should keep all the Blossoming Tortoises in just because it is part of the plan. It gets me ahead with lands and all that stuff. That's perfect. That's gonna sneeze, but oh my goodness, hopefully that wasn't grab Palani's Hatcher. That took too long. Gilded Goose dead to Blast Zone. Love it. Yeah. Nurturing Bristleback, though, we'll get that commercial district. Maybe dig with Commune. We're going to set up for at least 4 mana with Blossoming. And hopefully grab a Castle Garenbrig somewhere in the mixture there. I just wish I could see Tyrranax Rex every single game and multiples, because that is pretty flashy. Beseiju to take out Sunken. Aw, shucks. I wish I was playing something that got me a land from the graveyard and put it back on the battlefield. I really wish that was the case. Oh, I get a search for commercial district off of Beseiju. Oh my goodness. And I get to make sure that was like the ultimate blunder of blunders. I got my blast zones. I'm fine. I'll be able to make mana. I'll be able to get Blossoming Tortoise eventually. Or I just grab a Sunken and get another Sunken. But then I can go. We're good. We're good mana-wise. Not so much with Sheoldred. That is going to be rough. I love it when that happens. The opponent does their thing, which is usually painful. We haven't won yet, though. It is Sheoldred. That's never a fun thing. Maybe I'll be able to buy myself sometime. Again, I'll keep that Nurturing Bristleback. At the very least, I could be able to play it at some point. 2 bodies in one. A 5/5 and a 3/3. We'll see. Sacrificing the Gilded Goose, though. Huh. Yeah, we're not dead yet. All is not lost. They don't have any other creatures they're hitting us with. You get the idea. But losing 6 a turn, at least with Sheoldred, the 4 damage plus losing 2 life whenever we draw a card. Not a pretty sight. Ghalta Primal Hunger, though, that's certainly pretty. But they do have the Witch's Oven. Okay. Yeah, it's got to be Blast Zone. We have to set up. Hopefully somebody hasty. Playing Regisaur or Palani's next turn. Oh, I milled the Palani's. Painful. Or Ghalta Stampede Tyrant. But we don't have anything that gives everybody haste, unfortunately. And I have been looking at reintroducing that, getting the 9th, 10th, maybe 11th option to achieve haste. Haste on everybody, really. Because sometimes we're caught out. I play a bunch of creatures that can't attack with them when I may really need to attack with them. I'm not taking 4. Hey, there you go. I can make enough mana at this point. We're okay. Perhaps. Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, you can do it. Do it. That's not Ghalta Stampede Tyrant. What's going on here? Well, Nurturing Bristleback, like I said, 2 bodies. Buy more time. That's about it. I could take 2 with Stomping Ground. It's going to be tapped. With the other Blast Zone, I couldn't make a source of green for Sylvan Scrying anyways, so well, we'll see. Hopefully they don't have too much removal. Ouch. Maybe a fatal push for the token, unfortunately. Actually, Restless Cottage does get the job done with Graveyard Trespass, so we're 100% dead. Unless they miss it. Oh, okay, they don't. They don't. They do? They don't. Okay. That's how she goes. Sometimes you get flooded, absolutely flooded. Right there is making 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 with the blast one in my hand. 11 with Sylvan Scrying. Not a pretty sight. I definitely didn't need the blast zones. I certainly could have used another blossoming, I guess, or a Zopandrel, just something big. And I can make this guy death touch. If I sacrifice 2 other creatures, I get to put an indestructible counter on it, so that would be lovely to just continually block Shieldred. Yeah, I would appreciate that quite a bit. I don't think I need Blast Zone as much as I thought. Maybe just keep 1 copy in. I'm kind of eyeing up the Hornet Queen. Lots of creatures, painful creatures, death touch creatures. Hornet Queen could be a pretty good game changer. Yeah. I want more Blossoming Tortoises, though. Yeah, we're good. Alright, I just need to see 2 Tyrranax Rexes. I definitely don't expect that to happen twice in a match, but you never know. Commune with Dinosaurs could dig for a second T-Rex. Could be okay. Certainly could be a lot worse. We're looking at 5 lands, commercial district, seeing what's on top. You know what? We're going to do it. I don't have to send anything to the bottom. I keep that opening hand. Okay. Man, that Commune with Dinosaurs. I think Commune with Dinosaurs was, or would have been, the next card I drew. Okay, so it is Insidious Roots. This is not great. Should have kept in that blast zone. We'll see how things go. It's got to be Sylvan Scrying, just in case they have a Thoughtseize. We need to eventually, sometime, get to 6 mana or 7. Speaking of 6, though, I don't need another Carnage Tyrant. I already have 1. So I'll increase the chances of maybe just maybe, seeing that Blossoming Tortoise. That would be pretty ideal. But it does seem like they could bury us. Man, I should have kept in that. I knew it was Insidious Roots, but I just didn't see any copies of it. Being Golgari and seeing Witch's Oven, basically, I think that should be a given at this point. Should pretty much assume that's what's going to be coming up. Oh boy. I can get behind a Sunken Citadel. 100%. Carnage Tyrant next turn with the Castle Garenbrig. Hornet Queen the turn after that. We don't really need the Sunken Citadel, but just in case, maybe I draw Ghalta Stampede Tyrant or something like that. It is going to get out of control. Wait, yeah. Okay. I goofed up, but I won't let that happen again. We have the Blast Zone. That would have decimated this opponent. We take a Witch's Oven and they don't do their thing. They have 1 at this point. When they do their cycling, they're going to make way too many plants. They're just going to swarm the battlefield. Ratchet Bomb could have been a thing to help us out in this particular matchup, but that's not the case. Sacrificing that with no charge counters to take out each non-land permanent with a mana value of 0. No more plants. I actually faced this deck yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I took it down once, but it did its thing. That's not going to do it. 4 to... Oh, no. Man. Deadly. Huh. Well, I know for next time. You see Golgari, you see the Witch's Oven. Watch out for Insidious Roots. But if you're wondering, not too familiar with it, recently from Murders at Karlov Manor. pretty deadly potential, as you saw here. They get it going in a second. Ooh, Warhammer cards. Oh, I haven't thought about it. I haven't really looked too much at those. I don't really play Commander a whole lot. Brawl once in a while here. I don't know. We'll see. If it is a pretty good reprint, I think I have seen a few reprints, and if the art looks pretty neat, but it's not exactly my style. We'll see. I might. Or some of the crazy, extra wacky cards that have the name of its actual card underneath. It is printed as some well-known character, creature, villain, enemy, or monster, and then there's that little line of what the card actually is. It's not like it's mechanically unique. It's kind of cool. Kind of like how they did Godzilla, the Godzilla stuff. They have that bar of text underneath to show what the actual card is or should be. We'll see. Maybe if the price is right. Hard to tell though. We'll leave it there for tonight. I think that was pretty good overall. Archdruid's Charm, yes, absolutely, Heaven. 100%. I do like it. I do like what it could achieve, and maybe it would have helped. It would have helped in that matchup. Archdruid's Charm could have exiled the Insidious roots, stopping them from getting all their plants, at least some of their plants. So yeah, I would like that. Godzilla absolutely was the best one though. 100%. All right. Well, I mean, it wasn't the best night, but it was still a fun night. So have a good one watching right now, later on, whenever it is. Have a good rest of your time zone. Heaven, JDX, anybody else? Peace. See you later.